Hey and welcome to our tutorial. Today I will show you how to create this old Apple rainbow logo inside Microsoft PowerPoint. So let's get started. The left one is an image, the right one is the logo created inside PowerPoint. I will start with a blank presentation where I already have this logo pasted in. It's just a random picture from the internet. I will open the format properties, and for the color I will probably select this fade in version just so I can see everything better. And I will start with the stem just because the stem, is the easiest part. So I will draw a new shape being the oval, like this, and I need this to be a little bit of transparent, so I will maybe set the transparency to some value for the fill. I will zoom in more and make sure that the shape of the oval is kind of matching one of the sides, and I will duplicate this shape by holding the Control key on my keyboard and just dragging it, selecting both shapes, like merge shapes, intersect, and voila, we have a nice looking stem, in no time. It will take more time, of course, to create the body or main shape of the apple. I will zoom in as much as I can, and just because there are many smooth shapes or smooth elements, we cannot use any predefined shapes, so we will actually use the freeform shape, which is like a Bezier curve tool, but we will use it in a way that we will create straight points. I will start around here, and I will actually trace only the left part just because the right part is the same, just with this dent. So I will trace the left part and then duplicate it. So I will again start around here so we have some space to breathe. And this is like the first point in the middle. Then I need 1 point in the top, 1 point on the left side, so like the maximum point down here, and ending in here. But I will not end, I will just create 1 more point in here. Again, just to give us a little bit of breathing room when we will merge those two shapes together, that make sure that they are overlapping. I will set the transparency. I may change the color to a different one. Maybe I will keep the blue one, that's fine. I will right click and select edit points, and for each point except for those two I will right click and select smooth point. It will do a lot of different stuff. It will definitely look different than what we are looking for, but that's the first step. We need smooth points for everything. The first one and last one should be a corner point, just so it's not creating any mess. So this is a corner point as well. Is it doing anything? No, so I have to manually adjust this handle. Okay, this is fine. So I will start by tweaking those handles, and I will try to make those either vertical or horizontal. So this should be like a vertical one. This should be, of course, a horizontal one. So this is a horizontal. This is horizontal as well. This should be horizontal. Sorry, I've accidentally clicked outside the shape, so I'll again select 8 points. This should be horizontal like this, and this should be horizontal as well. And I'm almost getting the right shape. This should be a little bit smaller from top, maybe not from the bottom. So when I'm holding the control points, I will hold the Control key on my keyboard. So only, actually it's not Control key, it should be probably Shift key. No. Yeah, it's a Control key. As you can see, I'm only setting the length of one of those control points, so setting the length of the bottom control point while not affecting the length of the top control point. And I'm pretty satisfied with the result. I kind of like this shape. There is a little bit of offset from the original shape, but I guess that's fine. So I will copy paste this shape, move it to the same position, select rotate and flip this horizontally, move it to the right side like this. This is why we were adding those extra volume in here, just so that the shapes are really overlapping. I will select both shapes and select merge shapes union. Then I will draw a new ellipse, so inside of this bite, position it properly using my arrow keys on the keyboard. Select first the apple shape, then the bite, select merge shapes, subtract, and we also have the shape of the apple. So if I zoom out, you can see we have the stem together with the apple. So now, how to get the gradient fill or the rainbow fill? First, what I will do is I will delete this image and actually paste the image with the rainbow. Make sure that it's almost like the same size, so like this. And I may maybe crop this image a little bit, so I will crop it from the left and right side, just so it's not covering anything else. And we can probably add this rainbow effect using the gradient fill, with the stops being very close to each other, or we can just define a new fill using rectangles. So I will draw rectangles like this. So the first one will be bigger, the other ones would be a little bit smaller, like this. I will duplicate this several times. Seems to be quite small, so I have to resize it just a tiny bit. So I will duplicate, the rectangle few times, like this. And I don't have to be very precise, because I can still adjust anything. And I will use the eyedropper tool to sample the colors from the image. So I will use the eyedropper to sample the blue color, the violet one, the red one, the orange one, the yellow one, and of course the green one. And for all those shapes, I will set the line to be no line. I will maybe group those together and just copy this into the clipboard, holding the Control C key on my keyboard. Then I can just hide it. So I will open the selection pane and hide this group. I don't need it for now. And for the apple shape, I will set the fill to be a pattern fill, the picture fill. I will select, I want to use a picture from my clipboard, and I don't want to use it as a tile, so tile picture as texture. Then I have to just adjust the position, so offset Y I will decrease until it will kind of match the left shape, so the left image. So I will move it to negative, I don't know, 100 points or so. I can still adjust the scaling if I feel like the Y should be scaled a little bit more, like 105%. Oh, is that possible? Never mind, that's kind of strange. Okay, anyway, seems like I have to move it a little bit more to the bottom, so I'm not seeing this green color in here. I will set the line to no line, and for the stem I will sample the green color as well. And voila, we have a nice looking old Apple rainbow logo done in Microsoft PowerPoint. And that's it. Thanks for watching.